everyone, I hope you're all doing well and taking care, and welcome to this brand new Doctor Who video on the channel. So today is a very unexpected video that I did not believe I would be making, because last night we had a new rumour drop from the Mirror newspaper which was reporting something very big, which was that a Paul McGann spin-off series is in works for the brand new Doctor Who era. Now, before we continue, it is important to note that this rumour, this report, is not coming from the normal, reliable Mirror journalist who is normally quite accurate with their Doctor Who news reports. This is important because we don't know what this new journalist is like at this stage, so we don't know if they are reliable or not. Plus, when you look at the Mirror at general recently, it doesn't look like their Doctor Who news might be as accurate as it was in the Jodie Whittaker era, because they were the ones who reported that the Unit spin-off series with Kate Stewart was in the works. However, it's now looking likely that is not the case, because Russell recently said in the SFX interview a few weeks back that spin-offs are planned at the moment. However, it's not the ones you read about online, which is implying that all the rumours about the massive Unit spin-off series, which have been going around for a few months now, that is probably not true. And that is important because it was the Mirror who originally reported that rumour in the first place. So yeah, basically what I'm saying, take this rumour with a massive pinch of salt, because going into the new Russell T Davies 2 era, we don't know how reliable the Mirror is going to be, and at this stage it's looking like they might not be as reliable as they first were in the Jodie Whittaker era of the show. Saying all of that though with caution, of course I would absolutely love for this rumour to be true, because it's always been a crime that Paul McGann has only really had one full proper episode with the TV movie to be the 8th Doctor, because obviously a full series was planned for him to be the Doctor after the TV movie, but unfortunately because the TV movie, that was mostly an American production, and in America unfortunately the movie just didn't get very good viewing figures. Ultimately it was decided not to go ahead, and we never got a full series with Paul McGann as the 8th Doctor, which, like I said, is a crime, and I would love to see Paul come back. With the article, it is very vague. It doesn't give us any details about the series that's planned or anything like that. All it basically says is that Russell T Davies wants to see Paul McGann in the TARDIS once again, and it also says that Disney wants a spin-off to happen because they want Doctor Who spin-offs on their Disney Plus platform. And that is literally all it says. It is a very vague article. But there is a lot of potential with this idea. The only factor they have to try and be careful about is not making it feel like a copycat of the main show. Because we already have, from what it looks like from filming and information and that sort of stuff, it looks like Series 14 / Series 1 next year is going to be a return to traditional adventures in the TARDIS, with Ncuti Gatwa as the 15th Doctor and his companion Ruby Sunday, played by Millie Gibson. And I wouldn't want this spin-off series with Paul McGann to be the same formula. I wouldn't want it to just be weekly adventures in the TARDIS with Paul McGann. As great as that would be, don't get me wrong, the problem is this is supposed to be a spin-off show. It's not supposed to be an alternative version of Doctor Who. It's supposed to be something that stands on its own feet. So I really want them to make the spin-off show, if it is true, something different, unique, and not a copycat of what we're already getting. The best way to achieve this would probably be by making it a serialised season of the show, similar to what we had recently with Doctor Who Flux, Doctor Who Series 13, where you have one story told over the full season and it continues every single week. That would probably make this series achieve the target of feeling like it is something that can stand on its own. There is, of course, a lot of storyline opportunities there for what you want to tell. The first one that did come to mind was, of course, the Time War, because the Eighth Doctor is heavily associated with the Time War. And to be honest, I think the Time War would be an awesome setting for a Doctor Who spin-off show. You could have a lot of battle scenes between the Time Lords and the Daleks, and you could also show us the early events that actually led to this confrontation taking place in the first place. I definitely feel there is a lot of interesting potential there. However, Russell might not want to go there just because the Time War was such a big setting of his original Doctor Who tenure. He was the creator of the Time War at the end of the day, so he might want to move away from that now. It may be time to move away. Plus, we've also got to remember that Paul McGann has done so many Big Finish before as the Eighth Doctor, and so much of that also focused on the events of the Time War. Which means if you were going to do that in the TV show, you risk decanonising some of Big Finish, which I know some Doctor Who fans take very seriously. Plus, with Paul McGann already doing so much stuff with the Time War before, although it was on audio ventures, Paul McGann still might want to have something new to work with and not just feel like a similar copy to what he's already did before with another company, Big Finish. Overall though, this is the WHONIVERSE, and there is so many ideas to choose from. I am easily convinced that Russell T Davies or whoever showrunner is put in place for this series could find a storyline that really works for Paul McGann and shows his strength as the Eighth Doctor. I really have enjoyed the Eighth Doctor from the TV movie. I do find the TV movie very underrated. It is a bit like weird because it does feel like an American version of Doctor Who, so I do understand why it's a bit unpopular with a lot of fans. However, I kind of love how camp and all over the place it is. It is a lot of fun, and I really did enjoy Paul McGann's charming take of the Doctor. He felt like the kind of, I guess the first kind of, I don't want to say stereotype, but the first kind of type of Doctor for New Who, if that makes sense. And yeah, Paul McGann's a great actor. I would love to see him back as the Doctor, and I would not complain if this rumour is true. If it's true or not, it's too early to tell at this stage. I wouldn't imagine we'd be getting any spin-offs at this stage until at least 2025 or 2026, because they haven't started filming any yet as far as we know. So it's probably too early to tell, but as I said at the beginning of the video, I would take this with a massive pinch of salt. As much as I want it to be true, we don't know what this journalist's reputation as a reporter is like yet. Plus, the Mirror's reporting recently just hasn't been that reliable. They were the ones who said we were definitely getting a unit spin-off series, and as far as we know from Russell T Davies, that is not planned yet at this stage. They are planning spin-offs, but it is not a unit spin-off. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what happens. But give me your own thoughts. What would you like to see? Would you like to see this Paul McGann spin-off series be true? Would you feel it'd just be too similar to the main show and they have to do something different? Please let me know. Do subscribe for more Doctor Who content, of course, because we are now approaching the 60th anniversary specials of Doctor Who, which is of course an exciting time for all us Doctor Who fans. We are so close now, just over 2 weeks to go until we get brand new episodes after 13 months. I absolutely cannot wait. I'm also trying to do daily uploads at the moment, so if you want to see more Doctor Who videos, hit the subscribe button down below. It's really appreciated. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.